What's going on, you guys? Ready for this? Eva Marcel and Kenya Moore are at war. Queen and Slim is shattering box office expectations, and the internet is checking Drake yet again for texting someone underage. This is Don't Be Scared. What's up?
What's happening?
Are you doing all that without a teleprompter? That's professionalism.
Oh,
She
thank
does it
you.
as a job.
That's professionalism.
As an actual job, as a professional.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is the
I
script not
tried.
written in the black
It's not.
Of your
It's
Beyonce
not.
shades?
It's not.
Tell us about these shades. Give us.
Do you like these?
Yeah,
So first of all, I'm Danny. This is David. This is Ja.
Let's let the people know kind of who we are.
Yeah, and these are from Zilu.
You didn't have to tell them who actually it was. They ain't
You
paying-
said
they ain't
make
paying us no money.
No, you're right there. Nah, I
They're
shouldn't have
not
said
paying
that,
no money.
right?
You ain't no IG influencer.
Oh,
Maybe,
wow.
maybe she's betting on herself. Maybe she thinks, she say the name and maybe they'll come call
Yeah,
her.
send you
Right.
some more goods. They only do glasses.
It's only glasses. They're just frames. They're not
Is there medicine
prescription.
in them?
No.
Ain't no medicine in them?
Ain't no medicine in them. I'm not like you. I don't have
And
medicine.
nobody
in
had.
them.
Nobody asked you. You ever? Kid, you said?
Yeah.
You got medicine in
You
your
got medicine in
glasses?
You got medicine in your glasses?
How was y'all Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was okay. I ate turkey and kind of hung out with the family. Got a
Did you
chance
cook?
to no, hell no.
Wow.
I show up to eat. That's all I do. I eat.
You hate to see it.
I make to-go plates. That is my responsibility.
Can't help
for
in the kitchen
Thanksgiving.
at all. That's just
No,
not even.
at all.
Okay.
Nope.
Did you cook?
No, I don't celebrate the white man's holiday.
Oh. Okay.
So I read Wretched of the Earth and watched some documentaries.
You watched Watchmen too, didn't
And I
you?
watched Watchmen. Actually, I ate a lot.
Yeah,
I ate a lot of
there we
turkey.
go.
I'm a sellout.
There
I'm a
we go.
sellout.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so-
I'm glad you admitted though.
You didn't take your family
I'm
to
a typical black. Unlike the ones that Lena Waithe talks about. I'm one of the typical blacks.
You would never be in one of her scripts.
I don't
You're
study-
not woke.
I don't study Sorkin
Right.
or Spike Lee or Spike Jones.
Hello.
Or
The thing you have more than black influences.
Right. Yes.
Not woke at all. Well, I had a lovely Thanksgiving. I did cook because I'm a master chef. I made macaroni and cheese. And okay, I'm gonna be real quick on this, but I just need to get this out.
Okay.
You adults didn't tell me that a honey baked ham costs $48. No one told me that. Did you know that? You knew that?
I don't eat pork.
Oh,
So-
never mind. I forgot you're woke.
You think you were
My
gonna
bad.
go to honey baked ham with like a crisp 20?
Oh yeah, I did.
Give
I
me
was
a large ham,
astounded.
please, sir. No,
I was
no,
astounded.
no,
Honey
no,
baked ham
no,
will
no.
last you like a week.
Yeah, you'll eat that. That'll
It's
be
like a little bit left, but I mean like a quarter ham for $48. $48 Black American dollars. No one told me.
Or just put cooking ham is the easiest thing in the world. Why are you buying a honey baked ham in the first place? Just get a little ham from Kroger and throw it in the oven.
Oh, well, I mean,
Just a man who didn't cook nothing.
right.
Put pineapple on top.
Well, I've never done
And then
that.
just make one of them slow, sensual Instagram videos, pouring the juice on top
All right.
of it, and then you're good.
I'm not skilled at cooking. Everyone knows this, but I am skilled at reality TV.
And it's segues.
This is Danny's reality recap. Okay, so if you took time out of your busy schedule to watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, then you definitely saw what happened on the season finale. As we all know, Apryl and Fizz are officially a thing. They are all the way out with their relationship. And even though it is clearly backfiring, hello Omarion, they are moving forward. They had this romantic dinner and, Apryl was trying to get Fizz to feed her and she asked him, could you see yourself marrying me? He almost choked. He eventually kind of said yes. And he also said that if they're together in 5 years, they will have a baby. This, of course, got them shaded on social media because why are you having a baby possibly with your ex-boo baby daddy's bandmate? Well, ex-bandmate now because he's not on the B2K tour. Wah, wah, wah. What do you guys think about this exciting content?
I mean, Omarion did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, there was no other way that he was going to get a win in this situation. So he just played it cool, and when he had an opportunity to exact his revenge,
He
did so.
took Fizz off the tour.
I'm not mad at him, and no one, and I mean, he's not. It'd be different if he was like taking a major part of the tour away, but I don't think anybody's gonna miss Lil Fizz.
Okay.
So
I have something to add there. I went last year to the
Okay.
Millennium Tour because I'm corny like that, right? I went, I got a t-shirt, I'm there with my girls, we're watching. Lil Fizz was the worst one. He can't dance.
course.
He don't sing. All he does is his little cheesy raps. Like he can go.
Yeah, he's
He's fine.
Like, no one's gonna miss him. So
Yeah, no.
it'd be different if Omarion was costing himself money or like damaging the show in some kind of way. But ain't nobody gonna miss Fizz. And if you do, you can see him on VH1, Love and Hip Hop, on whenever it comes on.
I was just thinking about leftovers for Thanksgiving. I really don't. Okay, I mean, like, word.
That's how you feel?
That's 100% how I feel. Like, okay, so yeah, so Apryl and the thing, and then they were doing Omarion. I don't care.
You're Omarion to it. Have you seen the
spirit
shirts? It's like Keep Calm and Omarion.
Yeah, that's what I would not purchase an Omarion shirt like that, but I too have an icebox where my heart used to be, and I too understand that this is not work. They are doing this for the reality show. Fizz clearly has zero other things going on, and he has zero discernible skills whatsoever. If Fizz were walking down the street, I would say, "Oh wow, Lil Zane is back." And so I don't have any idea why this thing is happening. Why they feel the need to do this. Only people anybody likes out of this are Omarion and Moniece, who are actual human beings, and they have become the biggest villains in reality television history. And whatever, great for them. Awesome, cool, great.
Speaking of villains, there is a new old villain on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, if you ask Eva Marcel. So, I know you guys watch the show as much as I do.
Yeah, DVR. And
I know you was up there with your popcorn watching. It's fine, it's fine. So, I know you know this, but Eva and Kenya Moore got into this big argument at Cynthia Bailey's Bailey Q. You get it's like a barbecue, but Bailey Q, whatever.
I see what she did
They were battling over Eva not wanting to bring her kids to Kenya Moore's baby's party, and then Kenya said something to Eva, and then Eva said something along the lines of, you had a late in life baby, which is shade, but also kind of true. Kenya Moore had a baby when she was 46, and so she was old. She calls her baby Brooklyn her miracle baby. So this caused Eva to get absolutely dragged on social media. People were saying that was too harsh. Eva also said something to Marlo about how Marlo has never been pregnant. Marlo was like, you don't know what's going on with me and my fertility. It's a whole thing. I know you guys are fertile myrtles. How do you feel about this?
Okay, so let's start here.
Okay.
So she's shaming the ladies for either having late babies or not being able to have babies. Now, in the history, in their you know better than me. In their history, have they done foul things to Eva Marcel, to like
Marlo?
really
yes.
make her go there? Because my thing about it is that seems like that's something you say to somebody you don't give a bug about. Like that's 30
a super low blow.
Yeah, it's real low blow. So to me, the only way you're saying that to somebody is if they've done you real dirty in the past on some like real violation type levels.
Right.
Short of that, it's like, damn, why you that mad? Like, you could call her all kind of names. VH1, you can say just about anything to this lady that you want to. Why you gotta talk about the barren wombs? Like,
Yeah. I will say, so Marlo did say to Eva that she was renting her house and she consulted with some of her bridesmaids from her wedding and said that she's a lesbian. And,
That crosses the border if I can talk about your womb. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking more on like the I slapped your mama or I spit in your grandmama's mac and cheese and fed it to her through a tube. So it has to be something crazy. Like, tell me something insane happened, and that's why you're just like, okay, I don't care. I'm going to say anything.
What is the shadiest thing someone has said about your womb? Go.
The shadiest thing somebody has said about my womb.
Yes.
Oh, that's how we put me on the spot. There's so many shady things that are said.
All the womb shade.
There was this one time where I was in a chair, and then there was a lady there, and there was a white dude, and I was arguing with the ladies, and the white dude was like pulled out something out the envelope, and he was like, "You're not the father," and I was like, and she ran, and then the cameraman was running after her, and I started doing the Cabbage Patch in front of her. It was crazy. It was like this whole womb.
I feel like I've heard about
thing.
this.
This is the thing. Like, I feel like there's like a deja vu.
Yeah, it's a crazy.
That sounds really familiar.
It's a crazy womb situation.
I'm sure you're not the only person that's happened to.
No, it probably happens all the time. Because the baby didn't have my shirt on, so.
Oh my God! Not the shirt.
Yeah, baby didn't have my shirt on. So.
Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. You hate to see all this geriatric pregnancy shade. But what you also might hate to see is Lori Harvey and Future are pretty much official. Future posted a pic of Lori Harvey this weekend on his IG, said she was flawless, tapped for more details. And everybody's literally, I'm sure he's tapping for more details. This caused huge chaos. But actually, it was in favor of Lori because everyone was saying, who gets Future to post them on social media? Toxic Future posting you on social media. You won. You won. She won.
Been saying it for weeks now that she is the MVP. She is going to walk away at the end of the season hoisting the trophy that is going to lead to the jealousy and envy of numerous Instagram women all across. Like, this is the thing. Like, she cracked the code.
Yeah.
She is the one. She is the Neo. And salute to Lori Harvey, man. I had nothing but good things to say.
Let me just break this down. So she had a thing with Future before, right? And then she had a thing with Trey Songz. And then allegedly she had a thing with Justin Combs. And then she was like, no, Justin, I want your daddy, Diddy. Then she was with Diddy. And now she's back at Future. I don't know how did she do this?
It's going to be a big celebration in Hollywood.
Hollywood.
That's a BoJack Horseman joke. That's a BoJack Horseman joke for anybody who watches this show.
Right over my head.
Future looks like BoJack Horseman. That's the point.
He looks very old. I don't understand the silver, the gray locks. Like, what is?
I don't. I think when you have all them kids that age you, I don't know.
Don't you have to be around them for them to age you?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Don't you have to actually be there?
To see your children?
Change a diaper, not your phone number.
Get thrown up on or peed on or something to feel stressed out.
This all reminds me of the episode of Fresh Prince where Nia Long's sorority sisters got her, like, they were tired of Will Smith womanizing, and so they got her up and they, he took her to the cabin, they tied him up, they like get him, to get him forward and all that. This is what this seems like. It seems like Sierra and all the baby mamas like brought in the big guns. And they were like, Laura, just give him to post him on Instagram. Like, break his heart.
Yeah.
Break his heart.
Do something.
And then just make him cry so he can, like, womanize somebody. Like, he'll learn the error of his ways, make a codeine-drenched classic.
Come on, Codeine. Come on, Codeine Drenched.
That's going to be the picture that breaks the internet when Lori Harvey pops up with all Future's baby moms and like.
Ooh, like Sierra did.
Yeah,
back
it's going to be like an
in
Avengers Endgame poster of like Lori Harvey and then like all of the women and just, man.
What is the appeal? What is the appeal of Future?
I'm telling you, Nevadius clearly is showing these ladies a good time. He's clearly entertained. Something is going on. I don't believe that they're all being like duped. I think they're all happy to be in the situation that they're in for whatever reasons that we probably can't understand.
Interesting. What is also interesting before we get out of this one, did you guys see the clip? The throwback clip was like Lori. It was Lori and Marjorie, and Marjorie was lecturing her and was like, whatever you do, don't date rappers, don't date athletes. And it's like, Memphis Depay and Future. Did you listen at all? No.
Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Is she dating them though, or is she just chopping their man cakes to smithereens?
I am unsure.
Yeah, I don't think she,
I can't imagine her taking him seriously like that. Like I said, it must be just fun. It must be a good time. You go to the, what do? You go to like the Audemars factory all day and like the codeine factory. You like take the tour.
Like Willy Wonka.
Yeah. You prank text your kids that you're on your way to go get them, then you go somewhere else.
You play Ding Dong Ditch at
oh my God.
You show up to daycare and then just wave at the child and leave.
Good to see you.
That seems like things you would do in Future,
right? Rude. All right.
You write child support checks and then tear them up.
Are you done? You got any more? You
I'm good.
Child support checks.
All right. Someone else who's actually super good in spite of constant criticism is Lena Waithe, because Queen and Slim had a huge opening weekend. It opened with 15.8 million in the box office, but people don't really know how to feel about this movie. I saw the movie. Ja, you saw the movie. What did you think about Queen and Slim?
I didn't feel anything, and I'm not even really that guy. But like 25 minutes into the movie, I was really sitting there thinking to myself, like, am I gonna walk out of this?
Really?
Because it was not that it was like, I wasn't as offended as some people are by the content of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. It is what it is. I just didn't think it was really that well put together. Like, it looked amazing.
Beautiful.
It looked beautiful, but the script was bad. Like, there were all of these random things happening. I'm not gonna. I want to say the stuff that pissed me off, but I don't
You want to spoil it?
First of all, that's the other thing I want to talk about. Who cares about spoilers for movies like this? Like, there's no big.
It's not like Avengers,
Yeah, it's not
right?
Avengers. There's no like secret thing that's gonna happen. I don't understand. People are really upset about spoilers for this movie for whatever reason.
Right, but
Okay, fine.
how much can you really spoil? Because it's
Spoil.
kind of
You know what happens?
obvious.
They shoot a cop in self-defense, then they go on a run.
Okay.
What do you think happens after
At the
you
end.
do that?
Right.
after
Like,
you do that,
I agree.
How many options are there of things that can legitimately happen in that scenario? I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just saying.
Use your thinking.
But yeah, no, I mean, I see that obviously it made a lot of people upset. My guy Skills went on a very long Instagram thing.
And called Lena Waithe. Then they hopped on the phone.
Yeah,
right?
they hopped on the
For
phone,
like
which
an
I was
hour.
like, so he hit
Posted on
me.
Facebook. That's when you know you're upset.
Right,
He posted on Facebook.
He was
He
like, yo,
posted
I
on
don't-
Facebook?
He posted
Yeah,
on
he
Facebook.
went every medium with this.
He had a Black
Yeah.
Planet thing.
think
He
there
had
was
some MySpace. He took her out his top 8.
Yeah, I think there was a
On
me
MySpace.
gente because
Yeah,
he's
that
like
was-
trying to be progressive for everybody
Right,
to
yeah.
see this thing. Yeah, he was very upset, and he actually hit me before I saw the movie, pissed off, and I was like, all right, bro, like, cool. And then clearly the anger stuck with him for several days.
Yeah.
But yeah, him and Lena Waithe talked last night apparently for a couple of hours, and I guess
Oh, that sounds.
he
You don't want to talk
You
to
don't
Lena
want
Waithe
Lena
for
Waithe for a
hours?
couple
Jesus,
of
that
hours?
sounds exhausting.
I mean,
And you know
She's
she's
gonna tell you
dark
about all
as
her
a slave.
Radiohead, favorite Radiohead songs or
rock
whatever.
baby
and
song,
how
whatever they talked about, it worked.
much of a
because-
different black she is because she's from Evanston,
Listen,
Illinois.
He came back today and he had a very long come to Jesus moment, I guess you could call it. So like, I guess he understands some of her perspective now. What did you think about it?
I gave it a nice Aretha Franklin response, like gowns, beautiful gowns. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen worse. I will. So to say, I'll say it like this. I went and I saw Queen and Slim, and then the next day I had a screening for Black and Blue with.
Okay.
Must be nice. That was
Yeah,
green
yeah.
and
Shut up.
all this stuff.
Whatever.
Dog, I paid
Beyond
my
the point.
$12.95 like a regular plebe.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, in comparison to something like Black and Blue, I was like, oh, that shit was cool. Like, I have no problem. You know what I'm saying? It's not a terrible movie. There are parts of the dialogue that I thought was just like, come on, really? Like, I thought it was corny. But I wasn't mad at it. Like, other people, and I see what they're saying. They're saying a lot of it is like trauma porn. And it's like, oh, look at the black suffering. And, and I get it. But I didn't hate it at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's. In my theater, it was full of black people.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I happened to be sitting next to like the only white man in the entire theater.
Mm-hmm.
But in my theater, people were cheering and clapping and like they were into it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't expect there to be controversy over this movie like this, but I think the people who are dissatisfied with it, it feels like it's a loud minority.
Yeah.
Because clearly they made a bunch of money this weekend. I guess we'll see what Weekend 2 does if there's a huge fall off.
Are you going to see Queen and Slim, David?
I'm just gonna miss it. Like I done heard all.
I'm interested to see your perspective.
I'm
though.
all. No, you're not. Don't say that. You don't care. I don't know
Whatever.
what's. I just missed it. Like I didn't see it this past week. Everybody's talking about it, and it's just like I know the ending already.
Yeah.
It's been spoiled. I'm tired of Lena Waithe's interviews about being like a different black and all this stuff.
So enough is enough.
But no, I'm just, I'll catch it on like a,
Did you
on
see?
a Spirit Flight or something.
Did you see
I
the
don't know.
casting call for Queen that they put out there? It was like Queen must be. They didn't even say dark. They were like, she has to be. If she worked in if she was a slave, she would be working in the field. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that
you
was the
can
description.
literally just be like, can we get a dark skinned black girl to play Queen?
Yeah, like I didn't know.
It was like some of the stuff she does is a little overly deep, you know.
Is Southside a good? Did she do Southside? Did she write Southside or South Chicago, whatever?
The Chi?
The
Oh, The
Chi.
Chi.
Yeah.
Oh, The Chi.
Yeah, The Chi was her.
Is that a good show?
I enjoy The Chi.
I haven't watched it to be honest with you.
I enjoy The Chi. I have
I'm
no
really
issues with
wondering
The Chi.
where her career would be without Nipples and Toes 23. maybe she just hit something with Nipples and Toes 23 and that got her to where she is. But,
What is Nipples and Toes 23? Oh, for Master of None.
Yes.
Erica Mena.
The Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah,
Something that Danny watched.
Erica Mena was robbed of an Emmy. Robbed
what
of
she was?
an Emmy for being.
She did do pretty well in the episode. That was a pretty good scene.
She deserved an
That was
Emmy.
a pretty good scene.
Straight acting from Erica Mena. All right, NBC and America's Got Talent. There's all this controversy going on surrounding Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union was let go, aka fired, from America's Got Talent, allegedly for a myriad of reasons. Allegedly, they said her hair was too black. She made complaints about a racist joke that Jay Leno made. All these things happened, and there's all this backlash now. NBC and AGT, they're trying to, put a Band-Aid on it and be like, that wasn't really what happened. We told her about her hair because continuity issues. You can't switch it up like that. It makes it hard for us. But everyone is on Gabby's side with this. Time's Up came out and they spoke out. Her husband, D. Wade, spoke out. What do you think? First of all, who the hell is watching America's Got Talent?
I have no idea.
Who the hell is watching that?
Zero idea. I'm assuming it's middle America white people.
I suppose.
'Cause I don't think.
I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know she was on there. I had no idea.
Is that the one where they turn around and they
No,
the exes?
that's the voice.
That's the voice.
That's the voice.
Okay.
I've seen YouTube clips of America's Got Talent, but I've never actually seen the show on television. But I mean, clearly, they were paying her a whole lot of money to be there, so somebody is watching this show.
Yeah.
Even if it's not anybody at this table, in this room, or in this zip code.
Yeah, I'm not watching the show. I don't. That's not my thing. But Gabrielle Union deserves a job.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
That's what happens when you are dealing with an only black person in the room. They think that you're difficult.
Yeah.
Especially you black women, they think you're difficult. And you just raise valid points like, hey, don't smoke inside
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell, you unbathed, unseasoned ashtray of a human being. Like, don't smoke inside.
Right.
Or where they had a little 10-year-old boy and they said they didn't want him because they wanted somebody America could get behind, and then he broke down and cried.
Yeah.
And also, like, what is this, like 1993? Like, what kind of.
Yeah, some
what
of
is
the
this?
complaints were definitely like, it was real Mad Men-ish.
Right,
It was
yeah.
this is like a 60s era complaint. Like, I didn't. First off, don't they film at Los Angeles? I didn't know you could smoke anywhere in Los Angeles.
Right, you
like,
gotta like go into
Now,
Oregon.
that is
or something.
actually
like,
really
you
true.
have to be like a real ballsy individual to just be like, I'm just gonna light up my Marlboro light right here while I shove this black boy down a pile of steps. Like,
Right.
I don't understand why those are such issues. And you would think that as NBC, as much trouble as these networks have gotten themselves into, you would think that you would just say, all right, maybe she's right. Like, she's trying to keep us clean from whatever could be possible lawsuits and other, viral outrage that could come from the things that are going on set. But apparently they saw it the other way.
And shout out to Jay Leno for making a Korean
dog eating joke.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Which is a reminder that Jay Leno has never told a single funny joke in his whole entire life.
And apparently he was telling this joke in front of like the PAs and stuff that were on set. Like, he's looking into the camera at Asian people, telling Asian people jokes. I was like, wow, Jay Leno, all right.
Real bold. Real bold. All right, so in related news, Gabby's husband, D. Wade, is clapping back on social media. I know we all saw this. His son, Zion, was in a picture. It was a whole family picture. It's D. Wade, it's little shady baby, Kavia James, it's Gabrielle Union. And trolls went in on this picture, of course, because they are bored. They have no lives. They have nothing to do. They were pointing out that the little boy had on fake acrylic nails. He had on a crop top. We all know he was at the Pride Parade. That is his business, and that is his family's business. D. Wade clapped back and was like, talking about the ignorance of it all and how he supports his son. He seems like a great dad, and it's really great to see. David, I know you have an opinion on this, of course.
Yes, if you check me out on News One, I wrote a little op-ed about it, about the fact that everybody cannot be, all want to be in unison with Gabrielle Union after she got fired from her job, but then all of a sudden, question her parenting because she has a child who wears nails, like who's wearing nails. She's supporting she and Dwayne Wade are supporting the child and the child's, non-conforming lifestyle or the way the child is, and like people say, well, you're too young to wear nails. Like, I don't understand where that. I think the idea of being too young to wear nails is that like it costs money to buy those nails, and you have to give it to a little child, and they jack them up, and you're wasting money. Well, money is not an option for the Wade Union family.
That ain't a rock.
Get them platinum they get the baby platinum nails if they wanted to, and the baby do whatever the hell the baby wants with the platinum nails and run around. Also, the idea of like the baby wearing a crop top is like it was a shirt. It was a shirt, and the kid, his arms were up, and it shows the belly button. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Like, who cares? They're supportive of this person. Everybody's taking out their own childhood trauma in their own way their parents dealt with them, and their own homophobia and their own transphobia and all that stuff, and piling it on to this family who just 2 days ago you were acting like Gabrielle Union was a martyr for blackness because she's speaking up, and now you want to police how she raises her child. It is trash.
I just don't, like, people are really invested in it. First off, when I saw the picture first, I saw it as a quote tweet. And I didn't even see the nails really or the crowd. I just saw the family standing there. Now, obviously, I knew how people were acting about the son, but I didn't understand it. And then I had to actually, like, click on the tweet, zoom in, look. And then when I realized, I was like, y'all really went through this effort just to, like, talk about this boy for, like, at this point, leave it alone. You know what it is already. I don't see there's anything to talk about. There's no reason to, like, you're not changing anything in the Wade Union household. You're not going to dissuade them from parenting how they parent their child. I don't understand the point. Just leave it alone. Let the boy do what the boy do.
Exactly. Mind your business.
And then, you know, shout out to the person.
Yeah.
Who will tweet a picture and say, what do y'all think of this? Like, man up or whatever, woman up or whatever, and say what you mean instead of being a punk and hiding behind a quote tweet. Yeah. Say what you got to say.
And that's that on that. All right. So the internet also didn't just talk about what was going on with the Wade family. They were talking about Drake because Drake is, I don't want to say a weirdo. I think he's just bored. He was caught texting another underage celebrity. So this could be completely harmless or not. So Billie Eilish, she is a singer. She was in Vanity Fair and she was just talking about, yeah, Drake texts me and he's so cool, da-da-da-da-da. And this raised eyebrows because Drake also used to text Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. So people are like, well, why can't you text people your own age, Drake, at your big 30-plus year age? Why are you texting these underage people? What are y'all chit-chatting about? I mean, I think Drake probably doesn't mean any harm. I don't know if he's necessarily grooming people. I just think Drake be bored and he's too friendly, and you can be like, hey, little girl, no, I'm not going to give you my number so you can text me. We ain't got shit to talk about.
Right.
That's my thing.
You text any 14-year-olds?
No.
Any teenagers? You text any teenagers?
No, my cousin maybe.
End of story.
Wait, have you, wait, hold on.
Some weirdo shit.
I will agree, because you know why? Have you ever texted like a teenager? It is the most exhausting shit.
Yeah, it's
I used to text my little cousin, and I'd be like, what the? Hey, Danny, big capital letter, lowercase letter. Ooh, what the hell are you talking about? It's not even entertaining.
I think it's a thing of, I think it's weird, but I also, like, I guess the other question I had is when when Millie Bobby Brown said, yeah, I text Drake, or when Billie Eilish says, I text Drake.
Yeah.
First off, what does that mean? Does that mean, like, are y'all having conversations? Are y'all, like, going back and forth about things? Or, like, what? I just don't know what the tone of the conversation is. But for you to be 33 and them to be, Billie's what, 17, 18? 17, something like that. I don't know how much there is to talk about, but I also, when the child says, this grown person texts me, it's like, I just don't know what that means. Like, are y'all having real conversations, or did he just say, hey, this is Drake?
I get it. Like, I can see like a teenager be like, yeah, Drake's on my phone. Woo. But it's like,
why is he texting anything?
I know.
Anything.
I know.
Why is he saying,
I mean,
what are you saying to a teenager?
So are we calling Drake, is he like a sex offender now? Like, what is the thing? What do you do with that? I guess is my question.
He's not
as a society. Look, like, what do you say? It's weird, yes, for sure. But like, what do we do with that now?
What do we do? Like, if Drake ain't coming to my house.
He ain't texting my child.
He ain't coming to my house. Drake ain't texting my kid.
It's just weird.
Drake ain't coming nowhere near. Like, that's weird. That's weird.
There's literally nothing to talk about with
right.
Like,
and then there was the Georgia Smith possible thing going on.
Right.
Drake ain't coming nowhere. Drake ain't texting. There ain't no 30-some-year-old in
texting my daughter.
Right.
I wonder what their parents think about it, because
they probably don't think anything of it.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking too. Like, in my mind, are they looking at it like, okay, this is like famous people doing famous people things, or is this like are they really seeing it like, here's a 33-year-old man texting my
They're saying,
15-year-old
woo,
or
Drake.
16-year-old?
Drake knows my child.
Right.
That's probably what they think.
Right.
All right, well, we got to wrap things up. So before we get out of here, make sure you head to Boss Up and check out more stories, such as Miss Quad is clapping back at rumors that she let Common smash her to Sister Circle smithereens. Never happened. Icons only. Here's what happened when Janet and Rihanna were pictured together at the Fashion Awards. And pure preciousness, period. Young Miami is sharing a sweet photo of her daughter. This is Don't Be Scared. Make sure you tune in next time. You might end up on the Summer Jam screen, but maybe you might like it. Bye.